One, two, three. We're on. Welcome, Kim, YouTube audience.
Yeah.
People know the secret of the fabulous blue screen here because they see that. Kim, we just went over this kind of like how to be a leader, how to be an innovator, how to take these ideas in a modular form, and kind of this is an art and tech class. So we're still within the boundaries. Those you Bean Counters worried we're straying out of the boundaries. It's no, we're well in it. We're talking about, Kim, you hit on a nice idea with your group. Hit this great idea for the Connect, using the Connect in operating rooms. And then I said, okay, who's been to a dance club? Like my assignment was to go to a dance club, you know, cut a rug, shake your booty, do whatever, but also look at the way people are behaving in these spaces. And then come up with an idea that we can call them up, cold call, and say, hey, we got an idea for you. This is guaranteed to get you more bodies. It's gimmicky, but I think you'll like it. ... You came up, you were one of my only students amongst all these wallflowers here who went to the club. What did you notice about clubs nowadays?
Well, clubs, it's full of like different lighting and stuff, and different music.
That's old school.
Yeah.
Okay.
And but though some clubs, like to set them apart from other clubs, will have like some sort of performance going on. So,
Cool. What kind?
I mean, I've been to clubs like I feel like all over the place. Even like when I was in Cancun a couple of years ago, they had like a huge stage, and it was they had like the whole like Dancing with the Devil thing with, you know, someone like dancing with like fire and stuff and like doing all this crazy.
Someone's
stuff.
on fire and dancing?
Yeah, it was nuts. But
Dude.
that's a little dangerous for them.
They pour tequila on themselves and light on fire?
I don't know what they do, but
something we have to figure out.
It's pretty
Paul.
intense. And say Pasha, I feel like is one of the only clubs in New York City that I feel like always has like some sort of performance. So,
let's give them a plug. P-A-C-H-A. P-A-C-H-A. Pasha.
And
I haven't. Okay, I'm getting older. Haven't been there yet.
Well, you know, the new thing is house music and different DJs and stuff. So
different DJs on different floors. Is it like Webster Hall where there's a number of floors?
Kind of like Webster Hall, but like times 4, I would say.
Whoa,
it's one of the biggest clubs, yeah, in New York City. And so sometimes like they'll have like some sort of like weird like transvestite dancer or something doing something crazy.
All right, just like Singapore.
So if say, you know, you expand it to other clubs to try to make, you know, some sort of using some sort of Connect to like digitalize. Like,
yeah, we have now. We got this beautiful code rolling in. Really innovative ideas, picking people out like chessboards, chess pieces, and playing films or things. Matt's coming up with a wonderful interface that we can hook to Ableton and actually move hands vertically and control music. I see that happening in a corner of this dance club if we rig it up. The uber objective is just because I say I hate these ugly walls in the school. If we gather up a bunch of cold, I pop the cold call to the club. I say, let us come on in, man. You know, if you tell us no, it's your loss. You know, we're coming on in. We can put a price tag on it, right? And then we say, we're coming in with this code. We have these ideas to fit. We're coming in with 6 or 7 Connect machines and so forth. You're all dialing up to your best, Leon. Looking your best in your best club wear. Don't wear that hoodie. And, okay, that's in. And we're coming up with a bunch of ideas. Kim, I gave you a little talk earlier, and I said, but we don't want to spill our guts with these ideas and then have them out there and get intellectually raped of our ideas.
Well,
how do we avoid that? We got beautiful ideas now. You examine the scene, you live the scene, you stand back from the scene, you look at it. You've kind of come up with these algorithms about what people want with club. It's spectacle, it's libido, it's drinking, it's people are lonely in these cubicles. They want to get out at night. They want to forget the big world. They want to live a fantasy. It's all these ethereal things going on, but they're real, right? Mm-hmm. They're very real once you're in the situation, right?
Yeah.
So we want to add the Connect to make this maybe a little more real instead of less, right? We want to make it really salient. What are a couple ideas you have, first off?
Well, you could do like some sort of performance that, like, you know, since like we're using a Connect and stuff that can be like maximized so that everyone in the club would be able to see like some sort of performance going
Cool.
on.
So the just like dancing to a beat and seeing someone across you dance to a beat, and that's what human beings do. It's called mirror neurons. They found these things in our brain. They're called mirror. I guess it was the 70s they discovered. Just footnote that's how we learn to talk. Here, watching me talk, somehow, and your brain waves, you're actually moving your vocal cords yourself. That's kind of known and stuff. So we as primates, we mirror ourselves in it. So the important thing about the Connect is that it's mirroring something on another level. We see someone do something, we see the film react to it, and everyone in the dance floor go, ooh, that's cool. And then how important is, like, okay, we might have experts doing that, like DJs. So Matt comes up with this sophisticated software. We have DJs doing it because it takes some training. What could we have the participants themselves do?
I mean, maybe if there was like some sort of if like they were able to say like move something like on the wall, like if they were dancing, like maybe some sort of image around them would be like following their movement.
Yeah, the images you guys make, maybe your eye candy from SketchUp. Ooh, exciting. No, a lot of it is Savio. It's great stuff. Open it up, Matt. What's your stuff is getting pretty complicated. I see this as like, ideally, I see hauling up a hottie, a hot guy or hot girl up in a cage with like crane style, middle of the dance floor, hauling them up. They got the Connect in the cage with them. And I went to Best Buy, and you can actually put on the Connect those things that shorten the length. Have you seen those? Yeah. They turn it to from 8 feet into 4 feet. So I see, I'm gender non-specific, a hot guy, girl, or in between, up on this cage, and they're manipulating. I see a big screen in one end of the hall so that all the audience sees that. Matt, what could we do with your software with this scenario?
Well, we can already control sound, but I'd rather control video with it because it is just genuine digital MIDI output. So we're trying to feed that into a video program.
And we could show eye candy. We could just show abstract images rolling around. We could upload MTV. We could, do a bunch of things. So that's one idea. It's this crane idea. Let's brainstorm. Farshad, any other ideas? What corners of the club? I've seen you down at Hangar 5, and I was going to buy you a drink, but you scampered away and said, oh, just kidding. That was... What other ideas?
Well, I think in addition to having the performer in the cage as like this kind of spectacle, you could have some sort of armature where the people themselves would be interacting, across the different floors with the Connect.
Oh, so like they used to do in this old club called Remote, where I used to take my students before it went bankrupt. It was kind of cool. There were 2 floor levels. They had these machines. They had webcams on motors. So you could be upstairs moving these things around. And there was kind of a dating theme going on. If you saw a hottie, there were just like 2 or 3 buttons. One was like a cocktail drink thing. So you moved the thing around. It was fun. It was such a fun club. I don't know why it went away. It was brilliant. It was first of its kind in the world. Leave it to the American ingenuity, right? And it was just this club. Look up here, gang. Down with the machines. Down with the machines. Don't multitask. Monotask. The webcam went around. See someone's hot, and then you immediately the lights. There was a phone, a 50s style phone. You could hit it and talk to that person, or you could see that person and just say, "I'm buying him a drink." Boom. You hit the button, and it serves them a drink, right there. It was a fun club.
This was real. This wasn't like a movie.
I took my classes there for 3 years. It was called Remote Lounge. It was so fun. It's we're going to the tank. I love the tank, but this was fun because it was exactly that idea. And Farshad said a couple different layers.
Right.
Apart from buying a drink. Oh, so put on your armature, buy someone a drink, right? Put this idea. I don't know if we can do it this class, but just say. Matt, one of those controls is moving a webcam around, pivoting. The same thing at Remote. You pivot around, you see someone cute, you send them a drink.
We could do output to the Arduino to the
To the motor. One of my kids are working the motor. This was such a simple, and clubs facilitate what? What do they facilitate?
Probably like sexual desire.
It's like the Discovery Channel, right? It's like watching salmon swim upstream, right? And the grizzly bear gets them. That's your boss. Before they go. And you don't feel sad. You can lose yourself in the big beat. No drugs. What else happens? Karma, what else happens in a club? Dancing. So think about if it's like the Discovery Channel, Puneet. What more can we enhance without cluttering the event? There's bars. There's like tons of bars, right?
Mm-hmm.
And guys are running around trying to buy. Sexist, yes, but I've never seen it where women are running around buying guys' drink. Guys are running around trying to buy women drink. Usually, that's sad but true. I'm for a feminist world where women can do that, but I've yet to see it. Yes, Puneet.
Remember how we used the Ableton and like created sound by just the movement? I know we can only
Yes.
pick up one or two people at the same time.
So these have to be designated zones, except Matt's new software can pick up 3 or 4 people at a time.
3 people, but we could probably do multiple connects as well.
Okay, so here's my idea, brainstorm, free of charge, is first connect one outside with the bouncer. What happens with bouncers, Leon? Bouncers don't dance, man. They dance, they pick you up and dance you down the street, man. What happened? What clubs do you go to, man? This is strange. Bouncers dance? That would be cool, though.
I
Puneet.
wanted to finish my idea that if we can make sound based on movement, if you had several people kind of synced up to move a certain way and create a beat
We could do that horizontally with the program I have. They can be like chess pieces creating a. There was a club in Singapore I loved. It was like old school 70s disco floor. So the little things lit up, right, on the floor. And they weren't interactive, but it was you guys don't remember the 70s. But it was like you can move around, your parents do. You could ask them. You can move around in these little lights or squares are opening up. So my first thing is like there should be a connect outside and the velvet rope with the bouncer. What could we do with that? With a connect outside. No, I mean, some of the most humiliating things happen outside with the bouncer. We all admit that, even girls, right? Guys especially, right? Because it's gatekeeping, right? It's like too many dudes, we need more girls in here. So they open up for the girls and they leave us dudes outside, right? Even if you show up with 4 girls, right? So Tori, what could we do with the connect outside? Cool, I like that. To see the big old bouncer with a neck this size, like moving and letting people in, and maybe projecting an interface right on the wall that they're waiting, so they can do something outside at the wall. That's good. Charles, what else? What next? Where would we put that connect?
Like other places, you could see you putting at the bar, so like it could do like some kind of face recognition for when you keep coming up and getting certain drinks.
That's a good idea. So the bartender has a screen over him or her. There's a connect at the base of that, let's say it's a long bar of maybe 12 feet. Shoots across. So according to Matt's software, we can pick up. We're not picking up bones right away. We're picking up mass, right, Matt?
No, we're getting bones.
We're getting bones, but bones for the audience in Connect, you read mass right away, but it has to pick up your arms and your head, and pretty much you control with your arms. So I like that, Charles. So bartenders doing their thing, selling drinks. Oh, and this is a good way to keep people coming up to the bar, and it's a gimmicky, but everything here we're offering is pretty gimmicky. We come up. That's a great idea. So the bartender doesn't see what's going on, but they're doing their things, and the whole thing about remote facilitating this Discovery Channel thing, you can see someone at the end of the bar, and you can go like this and virtually slide them a drink, and the bartender will have to pay for that. Ka-ching, ka-ching. There you go. Cool. Any other? Hit me with it. Hit me with it. Jump in. I ain't going to point. Way. Don't be a wallflower. What next? We went from the outside to the bar to this huge dance space here. Hit us with another one.
Probably like the parking lot or something like that.
Ooh, I like the parking lot. Yeah.
You know, prevent people from like drunk driving or stuff.
We could actually get on the building, have a projection straight down on the parking lot. That could be interesting. What would be on that, Paul? Four, three, two, one. Steve.
Anything that's going on in the parking lot.
We could have a bunch of like virtual or fake cars driving around as they're projected, like coming and filling in the slots or doing. I saw that on YouTube already, where they're filling in this augmented reality of what. But the parking lot's a great idea. Anyone else? Hit me with it. Hit me with it. Carmen, hit me with it. Three, two, one. Matt, hit me with it.
I mean, I kind of like the idea of what Tori brought up that didn't actually get addressed was having it outside and having the crowd control what people get let in. Like
Ooh.
relaying that to, and that's totally Tori's idea. I'm ripping that off of her.
Ka-ching.
But she
Thank
said
you,
that.
Tori.
That's a good idea.
See if we'll treat you to a drink, because we're our millions. Just kidding. So, practically, is there connect across the street? You know how, like on the west side, the lines get pretty long, right? So, are the lines picking out people, Emily?
Are the lines picking out people?
I mean, is the connect picking out people in the lines, and then someone else on the inside or outside chooses? What's the MO?
Connect with kind of like whenever they see everyone and people inside would just like choose.
So the people on the inside choose it. It's like, oh, I like that one. Let them in. The bouncer goes over. You've been chosen. Go. Wow, it adds a game. It's all a game. You guys play games all day long in your institution, your jobs. You got your part-time work at Starbucks. Blah blah blah. You think it's more than a game? No, it's a game. So the clubs are another game, but supposedly they're a fun game where everyone can benefit. As we're rounding the corner, how does everyone benefit, and why would this kind of technical gimmick intercession to intercede between people having their fun in this spectacle? Are we Kim? Are we contributing to a solution?
Yeah. Well, we would offer something different for the club to do, other than there's like a million clubs to go to. So if there's one club that does
So
something,
of course the PR, if they hype this up, dudes. This is the symbiosis. That they hype up our gig, they hype up themselves. Some of you get ka-ching, ka-ching, stuff like that. What about, who's shy in here? Everyone's shy. Savio. You're not shy. But what about the shy people? Can we facilitate from shyness to boldness? What about the assholes who are a little too bold? What can we do about them? What can we do with human behavior that changes things around? Savio.
Like you could just project, like, you know how some theme parks, you have a camera right there and it kind of projects like a face onto you.
Oh, it's another face. Okay. So you got another face. Shy people in the group? None. No one. Anyone. Iric, what else can we do with this?
I was thinking you could do something like where you have spotlights, sort of, and whoever's in front of them.
Oh, cool. With video mapping, you can pick them out.
Controlling the spotlight.
A whole floor, and you see someone. That could be a controlled person, but it could be like that person sitting crying in the corner while his girlfriend has been stolen by another guy. Something like that.
You could turn the shy people blue and like the rude people red.
I love it. And then mix it up. That's a cool thing. We'll have the projector from above. It all depends on the spatial configuration. If we have stuff from above, from the side, from corners of the bar. There was something else about this. What can we do? I haven't heard anyone. Can someone weigh in on someone doing things with their own phones? No?
Well, I don't think you can get too technical.
No, you don't want your phones out of the club.
That's right.
Maybe there could be an app
Catherine.
where you can like look into the club with your phone.
that we did the thing with Touch OSC where actually turns it into a controller. The bouncer could say, hey, you know what? You can control what's going on inside. Not talk that way. But you can have someone play around with the app and then control what's going on inside. Okay, this has been fantastic. Let's give Kim a hand. See you on YouTube. And see you at the club. Pasha, when? I don't know.